Have you ever paused mid-stroll, legs burning, and wondered why your walks feel harder than they used to, despite eating your fruit and doing your stretches? What if the very snacks you believe are keeping you healthy are actually stealthily stealing your strength? Picture this. Margaret, 68, adored her daily fruit platter. A colorful mix of pineapple chunks, grapes, and banana slices felt like pure self-care. Yet lately, she found herself wincing when climbing stairs, aching when rising from a chair, and hobbling through her morning garden routine. She blamed just getting older, until a sharp calf cramp after a casual walk sent her Googling, "Could my diet be the culprit?" Surprisingly, the answer is yes. Not all fruits are created equal, especially for aging bodies with slower circulation, more delicate joints, and changed blood sugar responses. In this 5-minute guide, we'll follow Margaret A.'s journey as she uncovers 7 common fruits quietly sabotaging her leg strength, and learn which swaps restore her spring in every step. 1. Pineapple, the acidic anti-inflammatory. That isn't. Margaret loved pineapple for its promise of bromelain-driven relief, but instead of soothing her hips, the high natural sugar and potent acids spiked her blood glucose, inflamed her knee joints, and left her calves feeling leaden. Every sweet bite taxed fragile capillaries, starving her muscles of oxygen and triggering sneaky, slow-burn inflammation. One afternoon, Margaret cradles a bowl of pineapple, smiles, then feels that familiar stiffness. She realizes natural doesn't always mean harmless. 2. Bananas, the potassium promise. That swells nature's muscle food turned out to be a fluid retention trap for Margaret. Those creamy slices flooded her system with quick-digesting carbs and sugars, prompting insulin resistance and stubborn water buildup in her ankles. By day's end, her legs felt tight, swollen, and oddly heavy, as if each step carried extra weight. Margaret swaps morning banana pancakes for eggs and wakes without that dreaded leg balloon feeling. 3. Grapes, the tiny sweet saboteurs. Grapes seemed innocent, until Margaret realized that fructose overload converts to uric acid in aging livers. The result? Sharp twinges in her big toe, a nagging ache behind her knee, and chronic joint irritation. Tiny though they are, grapes pack a concentrated sugar punch that fuels systemic inflammation. A handful of grapes after dinner becomes an unexpected recipe for midnight calf cramps, teaching Margaret to read nutrition labels more carefully. 4. Watermelon, the high GI hydrator. Juicy, cooling, and all but guilt-free, or so Margaret thought. But watermelon's sky-high glycemic index means her blood sugar spikes faster than candy. Each slice sabotaged her circulation, leaving her legs starved for oxygen and crying out in fatigue during her evening strolls. A visit to the farmer's Kaidimink market ends with Margaret swapping watermelon wedges for cucumber slices and rediscovering pain-free steps. 5. Oranges, the vitamin C villain. Citrus lovers beware. The citric acid that brightens your morning juice can erode joint tissues over time. Margaret's daily glass of OJ left her hips aching and mornings greeted by stiff knees. When combined with natural sugars, those acids stoked low-grade inflammation exactly where her circulation lagged. She trades her orange juice ritual for a handful of blueberries, still fruity but gentle on aging joints. 6. Green apples, the sour surprise. Crunchy and seemingly low sugar, Granny Smith apples hid 2 culprits: malic acid that irritates sensitive gut linings and enough natural sugar to jerk her blood glucose. Margaret found her calves tightening at night and morning stiffness worsening, proof that even healthy crunch can come at a cost. A simple switch to peeled pear wedges brings sweet relief without the acidic sting. 7. Mangoes, the tropical sugar trap. Finally, the queen of summer fruits, mangoes, proved Margaret's undoing. Their luscious sweetness masked a massive sugar load that sent her insulin skyrocketing and triggered inflammation in her ankles and hips. Each bite felt light, but her legs paid the price with dull aches and wobbliness. On her grandson's insistence, Margaret substitutes mango chunks with avocado cubes, discovering healthy fats that soothe rather than strain. Margaret learned the hard way that not all fruit is friend to aging legs. By swapping pineapple for berries, bananas for eggs, grapes for nuts, and mangoes for avocado, she reclaimed her spring and her confidence. Which fruit will you rethink first? Share your swap in the comments and take the first step towards strong, pain-free legs today.